I kind of, I do the normal things, but I feel like my artistry is totally different than what I do, and I feel like that's what the costumes come in place with my music videos and everything, because I can just be who I want to be, do what I want to do. It's just a kind of, music is an escape for everybody.
I feel
like for me, especially with the music videos, that's like another world for me, and that's like where I want to be. It's like we live in reality where you have a lot of hatred, a lot of, violence, people dying every day. You have a lot of, just hate out here and no love. And I just feel like when I do my music, that's where I find my peace, and that's where I find, the inner me, and that's where I want to be. I can really be confined with myself being in the music videos. I just feel like that's the world that I would rather be in than the world in today, because there's just so much stuff going on that I hate.
That you hate?
Yeah.
Like what?
I hate the killing. I feel like, of course, I feel like they try to do the race, the black and white thing a lot. If you notice on TV, with music, everything is black and white. They talk about slavery, how many slavery movies do you have to make? They already made Roots. This is my opinion, though. I just feel like they done did so many slavery movies, like why are they still trying to beat this in our head? What are they trying to say? Are we still chained mentally as people?
We are still chained mentally as people. However, I think that slave movies will continue to come out because they capture an audience that a superhero movie doesn't capture. And the studio wants that money and that money.
Right.
So we need you people to come to the movie theater too. So that's why you'll get. I don't watch those kind of movies.
Right.
Like I've seen Roots.
Right.
And Amistad.
You seen the new one?
No.
Okay.
No. I've seen Roots once.
Right.
Amistad once. Like I don't know what more I need to see. Like and not only that, I mean those types of movies. I don't want to see somebody who look like me getting whipped and
that's
spit
not
on.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't want to see that shit. Like that's not entertaining for me. It doesn't do much but make me upset. Like it'll make me upset, and I mean, there's not getting upset about something like that. There's no avenue to really like put that anger towards. You know what I'm saying? It's not like there's. I mean, the slave masters now, first of all, look like me, and they peddle their poison through music or whatever other avenues that they do it through. But I don't watch that type of shit.
Right.
Yeah, Roots.
Okay.
I mean, like I saw that they were doing the new Roots, and they got the ground. They got Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. I'm like, I can't even spend 20s now. Like, I want all my change in 5s and 10s. I want 5s and 10s from here on out. Like,
but I just felt like it took too long for them to do that. They should have. Moves like that should have been made a long time ago. I feel like at the end of the day, we now just come into cahoots with a lot of things.
And it's like Harriet Tubman. Why? Like, there's no one else. Like, I would have been satisfied with Rosa Parks.
Right. I could see Rosa on Bill, but I guess they didn't know how to really put up.
Yeah. Like, I mean, well, what happened? Like, I want to be a fly on the wall in that committee. Like, okay, we got the Sacagawea quarter. How else we gonna appease these niggas? We gonna give them Rosa Parks on the back of a $20 bill. Like, come on, man. Like, what is that supposed to do for anybody? Like, how is that commemorative or honoring?
Right.
I didn't get it. Like, if anything, you should have had made a $13 bill or something if you was going to do something sideways like that. Like, make a $3 bill.
I feel like, it's never too late to make change, but I feel like sometimes just leave things like it is. Like, because at the end of the day, money, I don't look who's on the money. I spend the money, pay for bills. And
money's imaginary.
Yeah.
So, first of all, most people deal with money in zeros and ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a debit card, credit card. You're not seeing no bills. There ain't no, you know what I'm saying, overdraft protection bill or you know what I'm saying, no negative account balance bill. Like, that's how people deal with their money. So, putting people on some paper, that doesn't do much for me.
Right.
But some people who are alive now in their lifetime, that's seen as progress. Things have changed since they were my age and younger.
Right.
So, I mean, I get I mean, maybe it's cool for them. Maybe I'll feel like that one day. Yeah, maybe I'll feel like that when there's a legitimate black president
Right.
in office, and he were to get some type of accolade. Maybe I feel that way when my kids are older, and I'm like, this is all we had when I was.
But
your age.
isn't it weird that you don't really hear from Obama no more? Like, ever since this president race started, you don't even see him, or they don't even mention him no more. It's like Donald Trump. Anytime they did try to mention anything they got to do with President Obama, Donald Trump always come in the conversation, which makes me believe that everything is already, well, I can't speak too much, so,
Yeah, don't get sniped on my
I
show.
know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that was a smoke screen, and they've ready for that to go ahead and blow past. I can't believe that they would think that Donald Trump
Right.
would be the answer. I was super worried about the guy from Wisconsin. Like, I was super worried about people who would legitimately be good at the job, like
Right.
getting in the office. But I'm like, okay, so but this is who you running with? You running with Donald Trump? Like,
I thought it was a joke at first, but I mean, to each
I'd
their
rather-
own,
yeah, I'd rather have what was the dude's name? Fuck you or something? The little kid who was running in.
these nuts.
Yeah, these nuts. I'd rather have these nuts than Donald Trump. I mean, come on. So right now you said that you're looking to open for other artists. Are you open to collaborating?
Yeah, I've been collaborating with a lot of people. Like you said, the Falling the Trap song, that feature Ali Steele, Honey Dip, Hitman the Prince. I got a song actually called Take the House on Down. It's featuring people from all over, the map. From Jamaica, Paris, Hong Kong. I don't know where the other person is from. Well, I think both of them are from Hong Kong. One is from Jamaica, one is from Paris.
Is the album done?
That's a good question. Is the album done? We almost there. We 70%.
70%.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you go about your beat selection?
Well, I got a producer, Octave 5. I've been working with Octave 5 almost 6 years,
Okay.
maybe 5 years. I want to say 5, close to 6 years. I met him through my space, and I hit him up. I was like, yo, I like your sound. It's very eccentric. It's different, and I want somebody that that can take me to the next level and just make records that's just crazy. And at first, he was just, the conversation was cliche to him, like, okay, I hear this all the time. Oh, the next artist. But then when he seen how I did the videos, it was like, hold up. Let me throw you something more better than what I
Okay.
threw you. And it just became one of those things. And I think one thing about Octave 5, he really believed in me. He always tell me, like, yo, just keep doing your thing. Bro, you got it. Stay positive about it. You different. Don't change who you are. But I have been, having people want me not to do certain things, when I did have a manager at the time.
They want to censor you?
Yeah, they wanted me to pretty much not do the costumes. They wanted me not to, do certain things and, not speak my mind on certain things. They just felt like I should be, like everybody else.
So it sounds like they wanted you to dumb it down to a degree.
Right,
Make your message more accessible.
right.
Okay. What you refuse to do, I'm assuming. Okay. So when people, I'm sure you get a lot of people who tell you though, like, hey, you should consider. Why do you think that is? Like, what's so outlandish about what you do that people are, bothered or, feel some type of way?
I feel like why people want me to censor what I do because they know that I'm going to lead. Like, I think people want to be in control who's going to lead. It's just like they not going to pass the best shooter the ball because they feel like he going to get the most points. They want to get some points on the board, And I just feel like with the music industry, it's definitely like that. And it's just, it's one of those things I feel like a lot of them just was scared of the labels that they'll get because they are with me as far as like, oh, why are you dealing with an artist that's so out there with that? You could deal with a regular type artist. And I just feel like I'm one of those artists that I'm going to stick to do what I do because I feel like what I do is next level. And I'm not copying nobody. I'm doing me. I never once, all my songs are real good music. I make good music. I'm not one of them artists that I feel like I'm just doing this for a hobby. I don't do this for a hobby. I really want to make, a living off of this. I want to inspire people. I want people to, look up to me. I want to be a role model, because at the end of the day, I'm, trying to change myself as a person every day. I'm trying to be a better me, better artist. And I feel like I'm a prime example of how you can be great. Like, I really feel like I'm going to be that artist that they're going to be like, wow, we seen him grind, come down to this and do this. And I just feel like what I'm doing is just very much next level. And it's only going to get bigger and better.
I mean, that's what's up. Now, were you always this way, or was there a time when, maybe like in your King BD stage, were you like, did you have a different style, or did you sound different, or different message?
Man, I had a high pitched voice, so I wasn't even matured. I didn't hit puberty yet, so I started when I was 9. So I just was a teenager when I started really recording. So my voice was very high pitched. I had a very distinctive sound, and I think with every producer I worked with, my first producer was named Tommy Dean. He went by Morpheus. That's when the Matrix came out.
Okay.
And he looked up the Timbaland, Swiss Beats, and all of them, and he sounded just like Timbaland. Like, if there was a Timbaland wannabe, I don't want to say wannabe, but if there was a Timbaland similarity, that's what he pretty much was. He was that producer that he knew how to make it sound like if it was Timbaland, and he got to the point where the beats was just crazy. And I remember he told me, he said, don't never change your sound, don't never change who you are, definitely keep pushing that and doing that. And when I was younger, it was more like the thing, I cussed when I was younger. I did what I wasn't supposed to do because that's what I saw. I listened to explicit language albums, and, of course, I never cussed outside of music, but I cussed in music, and of course my parents did know, but I explained to them at that age that this is just music. And they looked at it, I know people is probably like, oh, how did his parents let him cuss in his music, and they knew that he was younger? It was because my parents really believed that I wasn't doing it just to be doing it. They knew that, okay, this is what he hears, and this is what he gonna see, he gonna do it anyway, and he really want to do this. And my parents really backed up what I did. Of course, my mom didn't agree with the cussing at all. She was the main one that was like, you don't need to cuss at all to make your point across. That's when I stopped at the age of 16.
At the age of 16?
Yeah. So I was cussing at teenager year at the music. But I just felt like that's what I saw on the TV. That's what all I heard. I mean, you got to understand, I was an 80s baby, so I came up with NWA, F the Police.
Right.
I came up with, Mama Gonna Knock You Out, all these, crazy hit 'em up. I mean, any type of song you could think of when hip-hop was hip-hop. And that's what I saw. And, when I came up, you had to be aggressive. And I was that young cat.
It kind of goes with the territory to be aggressive.
So, but my parents looked at it as like, it ain't no harm. And you got to understand, me being an African-American male, especially back in those times where, we was getting locked up. We was doing, gang banging, selling drugs, dropping out of school, not doing this and that. I just felt like my parents felt like, okay, this going to keep my son safe. I'm going to let him do that, because I felt like I really felt down in my heart that my parents knew, okay, we know where our son is. He in the house. He doing music. He's not out here in the streets at a young age. That's what they wanted to do,
Okay, so it makes sense.
Yo, but I know a lot of people not going to agree with that. I know that off bats, And, of course, my mom, she was the main one that was like, oh, I don't like you cussing, but I know, that's your music. But then I stopped eventually.
Eventually. So you're saying on this new album, there's no explicit language?
No, I stopped cussing. After that, I ain't cuss no more on my music. I do cuss in real life, but not too bad. I don't cuss. But, I'm just keeping it real. I feel like, I'm going to give you the raw and uncut.
Art imitates life, though.
Right. And I just feel like my music is clean. I want everybody to hear everything
True.
I'm saying and doing. And I just feel like I want your kids to hear what I'm doing. I want my kids, when I have some kids, to hear what I'm doing. I want my niece to listen to my music. I want to be at a cookout and they don't have to be like, oh, take the baby in the house. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. I just feel like I want to be that universal guy. And I feel like definitely I got to stay doing what I'm doing And I just feel like it's the new way. And some artists, they do cuss in their music. They feel